Why wouldn't it kink? Oh, you look great, Bob. I'm gonna let you go. That was so quick, huh? We're getting good. I told you, every time we do this, you can't just pull away, you dumb sheep. All right, here, Bob, you can have a peanut. Here's a peanut, Bob. All right, all forgiven. There's a peanut shell. That's all you got left. All right, Bob, have a good day. All right, real quick. So we need to figure out the belts and the pipes for the coolant and the radiator, that kind of stuff. Maybe think a little bit about the oiling. And that being said, I originally bought this. I don't know why. I had something in mind. Oh, we were going to run the electric pump. So I just needed a belt to run the alternator, and this was going to solve that problem, but it doesn't work with the pump, so I needed another kit. I ordered that kit. So the picture of the kit is very fancy. I mean, it's got the alternator. It's got like the whole thing, you know, and it's like, oh, that's what I for sure need. So and the directions are much more obscure. So I think I'm supposed to have a pulley in this kit. And it's not no big deal. I'm sure they sell the kit that I thought that I was buying. I think there's supposed to be a pulley that goes up here. And I just bought the cheapest thing and didn't read. So not a knock on those guys. But I was like, damn, I need this kit. So I ordered it, and now I don't have it. I'm thinking that this guy here might be the pulley I need over here. So that's what I'm hoping. So I'm going to measure this. So I still need to finish drilling this iron block for this bolt here. So I'm going to measure that so I know how much further I need to drill it. But then we're going to pull that off and see if we can make a front end kit on here and maybe even wrap something around it for the belt simulator and then do the pipes and what. It's just everything needs to be mocked up along the way. The more you can get there, the less stuff you're going to bang into, the less accidents you're going to make. You're going to waste the time on the front end or the back end. All right, my homies. I think I got this all sorted out. So I think that the idler that we have, this guy, I think that's for our F-body. I think the F-body is just a little bit further forward. The F-body, the GTO, I don't know. There's so much with this stuff. Anyway, I found a pulley on Amazon. The reviews say that it's fitting everybody's like Corvette of the year that is this water pump. So I'm excited about that. That should work out. And then I got a swivel guy for the radiator, which should just shoot straight down. I need to order some 0.125 bends for the top. So the top of the radiator is a 1 1/4. We'll need a tighter bend over here because we get really close to the turbo. So yeah, we'll just measuring for what we need to do here. And I'll have my buddy cut out this piece and we'll bend it up. Easy peasy. But with this thing kind of in place, locked in place where we're going to have it land, we can figure out the coolant pipes. So we need to get from here to here and then one from there to down there. So I have this sheet of aluminum, so I figure I'd just knock this out. And that way I can 100% make sure that everything's locked in place and I'm not waiting. It's a little thicker than I like. It was like 16 gauge or maybe even 20 gauge. It was just fine. It's just holding the radiator in place. This is way too thick, so maybe someday Pete will decide to replace it or whatever. His whole turbo system's going to weigh a ton. It'll last a millennium. Howdy, folks. All right, so we got basically the same thing, just a little longer. Boy, been in this thick stuff, keep you in shape, son. So we got our little plate, our radiator holder in place. and I'm very happy with it. It fits perfectly, puts everything exactly where I wanted it to. So I got the bumper back on, kind of. I can't put it fully back. I could probably make it work, but I got to do some grinding on the back of the housings right there, so that it'll fit flush, because it's just barely touching up in there, up in y'all. Right. That's it. Everything looks good. The thermostat housing did end up showing up to date, and the belt, so I'm pretty happy about that. It'd be nice if the pulley showed up, but we'll deal with that. But with this in place, I kind of mocked up the pipe here, and that's good, so we can start working on that. All right, so this is just 1.5 stainless steel. I like the stainless steel because you weld it once and it's done. Do it once, do it right. It could be done in aluminum, wouldn't be a big deal, but sometimes aluminum will rattle around and whatnot. When it does that, it heat cycles and it rattles and heat cycles. Sometimes those welds crack. They're definitely more prone to cracking than the stainless steel. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. The 1.5 inch pipe, the lower pipe, kind of mocked up together. I found some silicone, 1.5 inch silicone I had laying around to just kind of make a joint. So this is good. You guys get it, right? That makes sense, hopefully. Let's look at this. Let's take a look at this pipe. We made pipes. All right, well, there we go. Just like that. Got a pipe. So now we can make me a turbo guy. And we'll get it down, take a look. And we got plenty of room, actually. So here's what we got. We got to make a 3-inch pipe. This guy fit through here. And we got the first little bends done, so it's going to come around here. And then come out, they'll turn up and go up, probably right around here. So I kind of got carried away and just finished it. So I haven't finished it, so I still need to weld it all up. But it just has a little kicker from the front, lifts it up. You see that in the level, how it lifts up. And then it curves around, goes forward, curves back, and then it curves back up. I split it here, and like I said, that way he'll be able to pull the front pipe and be able to work on the front if he needs to. Sorry, being kind of stagnant. So here it is. Let's look through here. Just right up. Just wanted to give you a top view of the charge pipe that we just finished. I don't know, there's not much to see up here, so there she be. Oh no. Okay. I really like that pulse thing. It is nice, and it just zippity zaps and tickety tacks. Everybody's so happy. I'm gonna go grab. I'm gonna stick this in the. I'm gonna stick this in the wastegate and make sure that it's kind of doing what I want it to do. And then I'm gonna grab that flange so we can zippity zap it on, and then we'll check our last length and tack it, and it'll be done with that side. Well, that took all of 5 minutes. Get that. All right, zippity zap, let's throw it in the car. See if that will suffice. Oh man, the music was so good. It was so good. So we did that. We did this. Just a dump tube. That's all it needs to be, is just a dump tube. So it just kind of zooms down and zooms here and kind of points. So it's not really pointing at anything. It's just into the vacant space that is the space between the lower control arm and the spindle. So gonna try to recreate the same thing over here. That's why I said I didn't weld it or whatever. I wasn't even really sure. I didn't even look at it from the top. We just kind of tacked that together. But we need to recreate something like that over here. The problem here, this is the wastegate's actually kind of in front of our downpipe, but not here. Our wastegate just dumps out right in line with the downpipe. So we're gonna have to do some shenanigans, kind of get out in front of that, so it ends up basically the same. Basically the same. We're just brown. So how exciting is it? If you come from poor people's, you'll understand. I bought these pipes. So I got all these fancy guys, right? Like I bought a whole bucket of nice fancy new stuff. They're so nice and shiny. These guys. Okay. But I always like to conserve as much as possible. So I was like, I just need a little kicker because of how this guy sits. I'll show you what I mean. So this guy here, it's easy because the wastegate just sets where it just spits out correctly. Well, here it doesn't. The wastegate sits right on top of the downpipe. It's always some compromises made. So I just need a little guy to get it out of the way, right, of that and kick it forward. So then from the front, I can zip it down and out, kind of like it is over there. All that to say, I have a box of these old pipes I've been carrying around for probably 10, 15 years at least. So when you get to use them, you're like, whoa, score. I feel like I've money earned, right? Money saved is money earned. That was spent, you know, these were like super cheap because I bought those like 15 years ago. I probably paid fourth of the price of what it would cost to get those today. It's sad to think about. Anyway, win. It's a W for us. Let's make it shiny now. Hey, look at this stylish hoodie I got right here. I saw Tim Dillon wearing this or something very close to it on the Rogan show. Hilariously making fun of Lindsey Graham. Gotta get that money. You can't let Putin get that money. Gotta get those minerals from Ukraine. So, yeah, I had to have it. We got one down there. See it? Huh? One over here. Nothing's in the way of anything. Get to it from above. Although it's kind of a pain in the dick, but you can't get to it from above. And yeah, they're just simple, easy. That's what we wanted. Nice. So happy with that. And we can move on. I don't know, do you guys want to see the bottom? See what it looks like from the bottom? Why not? Like if a chick asked you, like, do you want to see what the bottom looks like? Yeah. All right, so we got this one over there, zooming that way. This one over here, zooming that way. Everybody's happy. And it's not like zooming on anything, so it'll just kind of, this will compress and it'll point kind of actually towards that, but behind it. But as soon as anytime this thing's going to be working, it's going to be going forward very fast. So everything will just be going back. And I think that brake line is like, it's a good foot and a half. You can zip tie it back there. But yeah, everything's fine. It's out of the way. Nothing's going to catch fire. It's good. Yeah, we move on to figuring out the exhaust system. Or welding up. Probably should weld these guys on because they might get in the way of something. Boy, that's a big job welding on subframe connectors. It's definitely break time whilst we think about what we need to do now.
So I'm pretty happy with this. I know I keep saying that, but I am. It's really nice. It's turned out nice. We got all this junk. Got our wastegate, so let's see, stay in the middle, we look that way, and look down our dump, and stay in the middle, look that way, and look down our dump. And yeah, pretty symmetrical looking. Pretty happy with that. I think maybe we can put the blow-off valve right here, maybe point forward a little bit. I'll just tuck up underneath the bumper. Be a fine place for a blow-off valve, I guess. Something is going on outside. There's all kinds of banging. I wonder if it's my pipe that I'm waiting on.
All right, let me just end this video with throwing this last product. We developed this product during this video, so isn't that exciting? This is how it works. You need something, and then you make it. So I needed this for obvious reasons. You guys saw Pete wanted a factory radiator, and I didn't want a goofy hose, so I made this so it's easy to replace. And then if you need to replace this radiator, this will never expire. But like I said in my video, I like to use the stainless. I just think that it performs better than the aluminum in the long run. And the things that he's going to be doing with it, it's just safer. So I went looking for these. I just wanted this. This is what I wanted. I looked all over the interwebs. I could find these all day in aluminum, but I don't want aluminum. I want this. So then I just went and I bought the tools to make it for you, so that way you guys can make your own radiator pipes. And yeah, we made it in different sizes. So we have like these little guys, 1.5 inch and 1.25 inch. We got the longer version. We got the double-sided 90s, right? And this guy, so you know the top pipe on that LS is 125, but a lot of radiators are 150, so that way you can just boop, weld that right on, and you got an adapter if both your tubes on your radiators are 150 or what have you. So yeah, check these out on the website, monkeyfabgarage.com. They are called coolant beads. So at the top of our website where it says search, just type in coolant beads or coolant, and they'll pop right up. And there you go. And we appreciate the support, and that's how we feed our families. Thanks for checking out Monkey Fab. Until next week, Mike from Monkey Fab signing off.